Hi, witches and warlocks. It's Amy from Savor Salvage Scent. Happy fall as we get close to Halloween and are in the midst of, at least here in Cleveland, Ohio, the most beautiful fall week. Slightly chilly, sunny still, gorgeous colors in the trees and leaves. Things are turning browns and ambers. I thought it would be fun to do a video focused on some favorite scents that I think are quintessentially fall. So the way I'm describing this group is woods and falling leaves, hayrides, and bonfires. For those of you who are new to the channel, Savor Salvage Scent focuses mostly on all things fragrance related. And for those of you who are returning, thanks so much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you'll hit the red subscribe button so we can stay in touch. I encourage any of you to leave me ideas, comments, feedback, educate me. What I love about this community is the exchange and the learning, so I would love to hear from you. So, I have 9 scents today. Yeah, fall scents. And this is partly from my friend Kate, who we've talked about her love of the scent Stash and how it has like a woody scent. And she asked if I would consider giving her some hints on perfumes that might be up her alley in the same way. This is kind of in that lane. So again, dried, dead, falling leaves, hay, dried grasses, bonfires, and the such. So that's what I'm focusing on today. So starting with the first one, and this actually might be the most polarizing of the 9. This is Paloma Picasso's beautiful scent. It's one of my favorite bottles. So cool and sculptural. And I have all of these today on scent strips because I have so many. But most of these I've worn a great deal. So 1984 release. The nose is Francis, it looks like Beaustry. I could not find anything. I think he has just produced 1 or 2 perfumes. This is quite a composition. There are many things in this, but I'm going to tell you what stands out for me. Oak moss. This is an oak moss bomb. Castorum. If you're not familiar, castorum is one of the animalic scents that I like. It is from the castor glands of a beaver, for real. And those glands, different than civet in being just glands from, what would you say, the down south area. They are glands for releasing scent to mark territory. They have like a cedary honey smell to me. This also has carnation in it, and it does have civet too, which civet in large doses smells like fecal matter. In small doses, it gives like a velvety kind of scent to a perfume. So there's many, many more things in this, but what stands out is that oak mossy kind of dry, oak mossy smell. The animalic smells that happen to smell kind of honeyish, velvety, and some carnation. So to me, what that translates for me is it smells like oak moss and falling leaves. So very strong, not for everybody. This is one you spray 1 or 2 times. That's about it. But gorgeous, and when it dries down, it's phenomenal. Okay, so Paloma Picasso's signature scent. Okay, next is something I just have a small sample of that I've been working on, and I hope to get a full bottle soon. This is a favorite by Solstice Sense. A lot of you know I love that house. Indie House by proprietor and knows Angela St. John. She is a magician. And what I love about her scents, I mean, first of all, she's just masterful with notes and what she does, but she creates these really atmospheric scents. This one is called Casting Shadows. And I'm not sure of the first release date. I think it was somewhat recently, like in the last few years, but this features maple leaves, nagchampa, so the incense that a lot of people know, beautiful, resinous, of course, head shoppy scent, and amber, and it has a little bit of a floral nature. But to me, what is so unique about it, oh my gosh, it smells so good, you guys, is it smells like maple leaves. Maple leaves and a little incense. And to me, that's really unique. I don't have anything else. It's interesting because a lot of people, when they write about this scent, talk about how it just smells like incense or nagchampa, but it's more than that. It definitely smells like maple leaves to me, and not maple syrup. Very different. It's not super sugary. It truly is like the smell of maple leaves. It is so nice and super for fall. Just beautiful. A small bottle of this, the oil, I think runs like $16 or $18, super affordable. So I can't wait to get one. So again, that was Solstice Sense Casting Shadows. Great name. Next on the list, Cerruti 1881, a favorite scent of mine. Almost, I would say, vintage at this point. Maybe not my favorite bottle. I don't really care. This is what I would call a really incredible affordable perfume. Released in 1995. The nose is Claire Kane. I think she's just created a couple perfumes too. I couldn't find much about her. The featured scents are chamomile, mimosa, musk, sandalwood, and some florals. What really stands out for me is the chamomile, the musk, and the sandalwood. With the other things, of course, they're there. But what makes it unique, I think, is the chamomile. And for me, chamomile smells like hay. It smells, and combined with the other things, the florals, the sandalwood, it creates this almost like warmed hay effect. It smells, and this to me is so magical this time of year because it kind of bridges the warmer and colder months. So it feels like sunshiny still. It's not just dry, which sometimes perfumes with, let's say, hay, vetiver, dried grass will just feel dry. And those are great, especially in the colder months. But this still feels sunshiny, so it feels like warm hay. It is so beautiful, so beautiful. And I think it only runs like, gosh, all these so far have been affordable. The Picasso you can get really cheaply, 20 to 30 bucks. This usually runs about 30, I would say. Cerruti 1881. So a great chamomile scent that smells or translates like hay, warm hay. Beautiful. All right. Hey. Okay, next. This one. Ooh, so expensive. So fabulous. All right. Chanel Sycamore. I just have a teeny tiny little bottle. I think it's 0.2 ounce. Yeah, something like that. Tiny little baby. The cool thing is, though, this I have owned for a couple years and I've used it. So, like, all this needs is a few dabs. It is, to me, a pretty strong perfume. It's incredible. For those of you who haven't heard the story, I ordered a bottle this size as well for like 20 bucks because the big bottles are like $400 now. Woo! I ordered a small bottle of Coromandel, and this came by mistake, and the lovely person who sent it was like, just keep it, I'll send you the Coromandel. I was like, oh shucks. I would have never tried this though because there are a lot of negative, people are on the fence about it. There's a lot of positive reviews, but there's a lot of negative ones saying it's way too masculine and whatever. It's so gorgeous. So Chanel Sycamore, let me tell you about it and why I think it's for me, a fall perfume. It was created in 2016. They describe it as a perfume of the woods. And that is what it smells like to me. It has, to me, this is, if not the greatest, one of the greatest vetiver scents of all time. So dried grass, kind of smells herbal. Has a honeyed, almost citrusy quality at times. So it features vetiver, cypress, juniper, and tobacco. So all those things to me kind of have this dried, grassy, herbal feel, little bit almost like cedary smelling. But this is one of those perfumes that's greater than the sum of its parts. It's magic. Like when you wear it, I couldn't believe the first time I put it on. I was like, let's see how this goes, because people had read some pretty tough reviews. I put it on, I was like, this is magical. So Chanel Sycamore, perfume of the woods, just gorgeous. Yeah. Next on the list is, y'all know I love some Aramis perfumes. And I love this line of the Calligraphy series. The regular, the Calligraphy Saffron, which is what I'm holding, and the Calligraphy Rose. They are works of art. My God, they are so beautiful. So this is Calligraphy Saffron. Can we talk about the bottle? Look at that label. Look at the lid. Sculptural, beautiful. Released in 2014. This was kind of Aramis bringing or trying Middle Eastern perfume to with the American market. It works on me. It's gorgeous. This is kind of, it is saffron based, of course. It's called Calligraphy Saffron. Saffron has a scent, if you've not smelled it, that is kind of like earthy, grassy, has a tiny bit of even like honey floral feel. All those things combined is saffron to me. And that's what this smells like. It's not like the Paloma Picasso earthiness is like, whoo, wow, like forest, yow, oak moss. This is like more gentle, honeyed, beautiful, just beautiful. So great for fall. Aramis Calligraphy Saffron. This runs about, you can pay up to like $150, but I have found this, both the Calligraphy Rose and Saffron you can find for about $60, $65 online. Tremendous price for that. It's just such quality and can't imagine my life without it. It's so beautiful. So next we're going to move into a couple scents that platform Tonka bean. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it. If you're not, it's kind of similar to vanilla bean, but they look small. They look like little beans, but they kind of have that raisiny, dry, dark, resinous look about them, waxy, and used in culinary things too. They've been used in perfume forever. Kind of like vanilla, they can tend to have a bitter feeling, but they also can have a vanillic feel. And I'd say they're a little less sweet than the way vanilla is translated, but kind of in that place. It's resinous-y vanilla. Yeah, I don't know. So the next I'm going to talk to you about is Banana Republic's Tobacco and Tonka Bean. A lot of people right now are talking about this line. Banana Republic, Zara, and H&M. So these retail stores just in the last few years have been creating some really awesome perfumes. Some of them are originals. Some of them, frankly, I think are knockoffs of other scents. I don't know if this is considered a knockoff. I couldn't find much about it. I don't think it is, but I love Tonka. Tonka bean is just, to me, one of the greatest scents. And one of my favorite home scents in the world was a candle by Henry Bendel, and it was called Tonka. Went out of commission, and it smelled the closest things you can imagine to. Think of the best smelling boozy vanilla candle, and you've blown it out, and you get a tiny bit of that resiny smoke too. That is to me what Tonka smells like. So this is Tonka, and tobacco together. So both things make me think of fall. Tobacco definitely. So dried leaves again. Oh my God, this is so good. So this just came out in 2019. Couldn't find anything about the nose. The person's name is Gino Percontino, looks like. Couldn't find anything about them other than their name. But this combines not only tobacco, tonka bean, but also some fall fruits. So like pear and plum, which I think of as fall fruits. And then, yeah, fall fruits, tobacco, tonka. This, I can't remember what it retails for. I found this at a discount store last week for $25. I was so happy. This is 3.4. It's a big bottle. And this scent, this smells like a $400 perfume. I can't even tell you how good it smells. It is incredible. So again, you get a little bit of that fruit, but mostly that resinous vanilla tonka with tobacco. And so to me, this is, I'm again a fan of you wear what you like, no matter where you are on the gender spectrum or any spectrum for that matter. But this to me is perfectly unisex because it's got those kind of honeyed florals, but has tobacco and tonka. So it's just, I think it's kind of like right in the middle there. It's just so, so beautiful. So Banana Republic, tobacco and tonka bean. I think I found this cheap at a discount store, $25, but I looked online. You can find it for about $35 online. So a great scent with tonka in it. Another scent that has tonka in it that no one talks about, I don't think I've ever seen literally anyone talk about it. And it's so good. It is an oil sold by a company named Maroma, as in, I don't know if you can see this. Aroma for men. Look at me. I'm a girl. And it is just called Tonka Vetiver. It's an essential oil. I originally found this at Whole Foods used to sell it. They might still sell it. I can't find it at mine right now. But you can find it online at Amazon, etc. for about, I think, $15 to $20 a bottle. And it is just a beautiful, beautiful Tonka Vetiver. It's got a little cedar, so that woody scent, and then it has a little petitgrain, which is, the leaves and kind of stems of the citrus plant. So just beautiful. Again, nobody talks about it, but I'm telling you, this is another one this to me almost leans a little more as far as like masculine marketed perfumes. But it is just so rich, vetiver, tonka, and this is one where I get a whiff of myself and I'm like, my God, this is so good. So good. So Maroma's Tonka Vetiver oil, cheap, $15 to $20. Highly suggest. So, so, so good. It would be so good as a hair oil too. Okay, so another one, platforming Tonka. And so two more that get right to the bonfire now. So the first is another sample that I've been working on by Solstice Sense, and it is called Gray's Cabin. And again, the nose is Angela St. John, and the main notes for me are cacao, smoke, incense, tobacco, wood, and even a tiny bit for me of like charcoal, like of actual charcoal burning. This is called Gray's Cabin, and what Angela St. John is so good at is creating atmospheric scents that truly take you to a place. And often their scents are actually even named after places in a fictitious town that they've created, and they're different types of houses or buildings or people that have to do with this town. And the name Gray's Cabin is incredible, and even though this could somewhat be considered a gourmand because it has the cacao in it, there's a lot of smoke in this. Smoke, incense, tobacco, wood, charcoal. So to me, it truly smells like sitting by a fire in a cabin. You get like the wooden planks, you get the burning, you get the char, you get something maybe chocolatey or earthy. The chocolatiness gives it an earthiness more than it does a culinary feel in this. So it's called Gray's Cabin. It runs about, I think, 16 or 18 for a small bottle of oil, or I think the perfume's like somewhere between 60 and 80 or $90, the big bottle. But her oils last forever too, the smaller bottle. So Solstice Sense, Gray's Cabin, just tremendous. Truly, truly, truly smells like the inside of a cabin. Amazing. In the fall. Last is a Demeter scent. If that was a stronger smoky perfume, oh, and I meant to mention, while it smells like the inside of a cabin and it's perfect for that, it's also a great layering perfume. I'm not always into layering. Like, I want to honor the way a perfume smells. But because it smells so essentially like that kind of like bonfire experience or fire experience, it's great to layer with sweet things. So like if you have, let's say, a vanilla scent or a marshmallow scent or a cherry scent or whatever, to add a little bit of that bonfire feel is awesome. So that's sometimes what I do. I layer it with like vanilla scents, for instance, or she creates another scent that is kind of like Halloween candy-ish, and it's great to combine that with to like kind of take the sweetness down a little, and then it just smells a little earthier. It's incredible. So if Gray's Cabin smells kind of strongly of smoke, beautifully balanced with other things, Demeter's Holy Smoke smells a little bit more like Catholic Mass. So this, to me, this is a little harder to find now. I think I paid about $12 for it online. If you search hard enough, you can find it still. But Demeter's Holy Smoke, I grew up Catholic. This smells like Catholic Mass when they're walking around with the incense and kind of what it gives off. So it's amazing because the Solstice Sense, Gray's Cabin, was a little more strong. This is more of like this is subtle. And this smells to me not only like a little bit of smokiness, a little bit of incense, but it even has like that burnt wax or that melted wax smell. It's a little more faint. So this to me is something more gentle if you just want to smell kind of a little bit like a bonfire smoke or incense, but a little more faint, and something that you can kind of just wear liberally. And it's just, to me, if you grow up Catholic, this totally will take you back. But it just also smells resinous, wonderful, and it's got that little bit of that like waxy candle feel too. So Holy Smoke by Demeter. So that's the end of my fall favorites, 9 today. What do you love specifically for the fall, or what notes do you think remind you of the fall? Speaking of, I will have a video or two coming up soon that focuses on Solstice Sense new releases. A lot of them have more fall prominent things like pumpkin, for instance, squash, stuff like that. So I'll be featuring that, and then some fall gourmands soon. So that's why you're not seeing things like pumpkin and marshmallow and things here. So tell me what you think about fall scents. What are your favorites? What are you looking for? What notes do you like? And what would you like me to do next? Okay, have a great day. Cheers. Bye.